We all know the famous game series called Uncharted. It was only a matter of time that we get to have it in the form of a movie. You wished, and here we are with the recap of Uncharted, released in 2022, starring Tom Holland as the world-famous thief Nathan Drake. This movie has it all. Can we call it a Pandora box? Do let us know in the comments at the end of the video. So now, with that said, let's begin. The movie starts with Nathan Drake struggling to hold onto cargo boxes hanging with the plane to get back on against two men who are trying to stop him. But all his efforts fail when a red car from the plane collides with him and throws him off. Right at that point, a hand grabs him and the scene shifts. 15 years earlier, Nathan is hanging off a building, and the hand that saved was of his older brother Sam Drake. This scene shows them in a museum where they are trying to steal the world's first map. But as soon as Sam tries to open the case of the map, the alarm systems go on and soon the security comes. They got caught and security takes them to Sister B. The security told her that this was Sam's third time. Sister B asks Sam to go with the security officer. Nathan tries to protest, but Sister B instructs him to say his goodbyes. The scene shifts to Nathan and Sam's room. In this scene, Sam is standing in his window trying to run away. Nathan tries to come along, but Sam did not allow him. Before leaving, Sam gives him his locket with a ring in it and says this locket will remind him that he is always with him. They hugged and Sam left. When Nathan was left alone in the room, he reads the letter that Sam left him. It was an empty paper at first, but when Nathan burned it, words appeared. Never forgot that you are a Drake. Again, there was a change in the period, and this brings us back to the present day. Here, Nathan is working at a bar. This scene focuses on his interaction with a girl, with whom Nathan chats a little. The girl's lack of interest can be seen clearly. Another encounter with the same girl is shown, in which Nathan steals her bracelet while helping her to light her cigarette. Moving on with the scene, Victor Sullivan was introduced and offers Nathan a job. He wanted to send him on a mission, but Nathan rejected it. As soon as Victor Sullivan left, Nathan found his card in his pocket, and the bracelet was gone. Nathan, surprised by Sullivan's action, walks towards his apartment immediately to get his bracelet. But there Nathan was shocked to see the same ancient map that he once tries to steal with his brother Sam. Sullivan introduces himself and tells Nathan that Sam was his good friend and they were finding that lost gold together, but he ghosted him when they were close to finding Elcano's journal in his tomb. Sullivan offers Nathan a deal to find the gold, and while doing that they can find Sam too. But Nathan rejected his offer, saying that Sam he knows is lost. Nathan comes back and goes through the old pictures and letters that Sam used to post to him. Among those cards and pictures, Nathan finds the ring that Sam gave him before leaving. Something hits him and he calls Sullivan to accept his offer to find gold and his brother. The next scene shows Nathan and Sullivan walking around the city and discussing the plan to steal the key, which is their first step toward the gold. Sullivan gives Nathan details about auction from where they will steal the key. The following few scenes show Nathan planning to steal the keys and do work on his body. The auction day came and their two new characters are introduced on the day of the auction, Santiago Moncada and Joe Braddock. Before the auction starts, Nathan went to the security room and tries to cut off the electricity but failed as Joe Braddock's guards followed him and try to catch him. This leads to chaos in the auction. In that chaos, Sullivan was able to steal the key by dressing as a guard. Joe Braddock tries to stop him, but Sullivan uses security to escape her. On the other hand, Nathan also escapes the guards, and both left for Barcelona with the key. On the way to Barcelona, Nathan tries a solution to find gold using the captain's journal that Sullivan and Sam in Elcano's tomb. The next scene shows them in Barcelona and another character is introduced here, Chloe Fraser, who has the other key. Chloe is another partner of Sullivan but refuses to collaborate with him after seeing Nathan. Soon she leaves and takes Sullivan and Nathan's key with her. As soon as Nathan realized he chased her, and after a good amount of chasing he was able to stop her and convince her that she cannot find that gold alone. They continue their hunt for the gold, and it leads them to a church where it is buried possibly. Meanwhile, we can see Moncada arguing with his father about giving away all his property. The next scene defines the role of Joe Braddock more clearly. Moncada hired her to get that gold. He instructs her to follow Nathan and Sullivan. Continuing their search, Chloe, Nathan, and Sullivan look inside the church and find the key's hole after solving some puzzles. The story of Moncada runs, who tries to convince his father one last but was unsuccessful, so he killed his father with the help of Joe. Not only do they find keyholes, but Nathan gets to know that Sam was here once with the help of a postcard. These keys opened an underground passage. Here they divide into two teams. Chloe and Nathan go down the passage which leads them to the bar, and Sullivan moves exactly on their top. In the bar, Chloe and Nathan were followed by Braddock guards. By causing some distraction by turning on the fire and fighting them, they were able to escape these guards and enter another passage from the bar. On the other hand, Sullivan is moving exactly on top of them, which leads him to a fancy restaurant. Chloe and Nathan found another door at the end of the passage. As soon as they insert the key, passage starts to fill with water. They urge Sullivan to find another door quickly and put a key in it. Right at that moment, Sullivan saw the other gate. Before Sullivan could place the key in the door, Joe reaches and tries to get the key. Sullivan and Joe fought for the key while Chloe and Nathan were drowning. Even then, Sullivan was able to put the key in the door before it was too late. Chloe and Nathan's door opens and they enter a chamber. Sullivan also reaches the top of them. In that chamber, they spotted a large door. They tried to open it with a single key but failed. Then joined both keys and was successful in opening the door. This door opens into an ancient Roman storeroom with giant urns that were about 8 feet long. As they try to look into the urns, all of them burst and inside of them was salt instead gold. All of them were extremely disappointed after seeing the salt. But then Nathan saw something worth all hard work, the original first map of the world. As soon as Chloe saw that, she turns again to Nathan and Sullivan and took the map and keys at the gunpoint. After Chloe left, Sullivan comes down. On seeing Sullivan, Nathan asks him about Sam. He told Nathan that the people of Joe at the tomb of Elcano shot Sam, and he died there. But Sullivan was lucky enough to escape. This breaks Nathan. Meanwhile, both Joe and Chloe report to Moncada. Joe was shocked to see Chloe. Moncada told her that I hired both of you at the same time. The next scene shows Nathan at the apartment packing and Sullivan trying to stop him. After an argument, Nathan agrees to finish what his brother started, but then they will go their separate ways afterward. Having the map and keys, Moncada moves on with the plan and leaves for Camba, but Nathan and Sullivan were there observing their movement. On the way to Camba, Philippines, Chloe explains the plan to Moncada and Joe that they will drop their supplies while flying and on landing will meet their local forces. Moreover, Chloe shows the exact place on the map where they will find the pot, Cala de Oro. But before they could reach Camba, Joe killed Moncada and took over. As soon as Moncada was killed, Chloe got missing. While they search for her, we can see that Nathan and Sullivan were also hiding in the plane. Nathan and Sullivan stole the map during the search for Chloe. They try to escape with the map by jumping off the plane with the help of a parachute. Sullivan was successful, but Nathan stays back to revenge on his brother. Now we are brought back to the first scene from where the movie started, where Nathan was struggling on the cargo hanging in the air along with 2 men who were shot by Chloe as they try to kill her. The car we saw in the first scene that hit Nathan was driven by Chloe. Both Chloe and Nathan fell off the plane. Chloe in the car and Nathan due to that car. But they got lucky after hanging in the air for a brief period and then found a large cargo box that have a parachute with it. Thus, they landed in the sea safely. It was not long before they found a beach. When they reached the beach, the first person they saw was Sullivan. On the other hand, Joe and her team reach Camba and continue to work on their plan. The next scene shows that Chloe and Nathan try to find the last clue with help of the messages and pictures on text postcards that Sam sent Nathan over 10 years. After spending most of his night on those postcards, Nathan finds the clue on the card saying, "There's a whole world you haven't seen, but you will." By burning that card, Nathan finds the last clue. The keys are your compass. Nathan placed the keys on the map and then a little movement helps him to figure out the exact position of the gold. On the other hand, Joe and her team are moving toward the location. Nathan leaves the wrong direction on the table to distract Chloe and was successful in doing that. He left alone for the right place but was spotted by Joe, who was surprised to see him going in a different direction. He was successful in finding gold. He not only finds the gold but 2 ancient ships that belong to his ancestors and remind him of his older brother Sam. But he was not alone in there. Sullivan followed him with the help of GPS. Once again both argued, and Nathan reminds Sullivan that he did this for his brother and that they are not together in this hunt. Soon they were also followed by Joe and her team. To save themselves from Joe, Sullivan and Nathan hide in the boat while Joe's team clears the boats and tries to transport them with the help of a helicopter. As soon as Nathan and Sullivan realized that first they cleared the boat they were hiding in by fighting Joe's man off and then hijacking the helicopter carrying the boat. After a good chase by Joe's team, Nathan and Sullivan destroyed the helicopter carrying their boat, but this also destroyed the boat. Gold was lost with the boat, and everyone was killed except for Joe, who jumps off on the other boat at the right time. Joe was successful in destroying the other boat and putting Sullivan in a situation where he must choose between a little gold left and Nathan. Surprisingly, he chose Nathan, and that little gold left drowned Joe. Not all of the gold was lost. Nathan also took some of it with him for Sullivan.
Thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe for more epic videos. We will see you at the next one.